I got Councilmember Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to request that we push item number 6, continue that for 1 week.
All right, till next week, Tuesday.
Thank you. That would be to Tuesday, March 10.
Okay.
You can raise the city attorney.
On that for a bit, I kind of understand the issue a little bit more.
You want to understand the reasons to continue
Yes.
more? Okay.
In light of receiving a report that I believe all of our offices received last night, we haven't had a chance to go through the report, and so I'm just asking for a week so we can truly understand what's put in front of us here.
Okay. All right.
All right, well, I'll object for that right now. We can maybe
All right.
come back to it at the meeting, but I'm objecting.
All right, so there's a motion to continue to next week. There's an agenda. Let me get through the rest of the schedules, the specials, and then we'll go to a vote on that. Councilmember, any more on this side? No more on this side? I thought someone's name was on there. Okay, Councilmember Rodriguez.
I was also going to request a continuance for 6.
Okay. Councilmember Rahman.
I had a question on the continuance on item 6, and just wanted to make sure that, given that the report from the city attorney came in very late yesterday, and that these contracts are already potentially going to leave in gap in services for when we move it forward, I would just request that if there is a continuance, that we do it in such a way that we try and limit the gap in services. So I understand people need to absorb yesterday's report, and I appreciate that. I also wish we'd gotten it when the item was going through our committee, when it was being discussed over the last few months, or working with the housing department to resolve these issues before it came here. It came in yesterday, and I just want to make sure we're not, that we can have the time
Actually
to absorb
move.
it, but,
Yeah.
but delay it. I just had one other procedural question here, which is, so I would ask the housing department on what date would enable them to still make sure that the contract moves forward in a timely fashion.
Yeah, just on the 6th question, if we are going to continue, can we have a closed session so that we can discuss the confidential report that came out late in the afternoon? Because that would, I'd hate to just have a session in a week from now and still be hamstrung and not be able to talk about this. I'd rather the council bring the city attorney here and have a closed session, if that's possible.
You know how much I love closed session, Mr. City Attorney.
So the request is understood. If we can go into closed session, we can work with the Council President's office to prepare that language, but I don't know if we can go into closed session at this time on this item. So.
Okay, so we will get an opinion from the City Attorney. If we can, we'll go forward with that. If we
can do that, I'd rather do that before
before next Tuesday.
Before Tuesday, yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, and on item 6, Council District 8 has 2 amendments which are being circulated. Mr. Price?
Mr. President, I'm just unclear how the discussion was going, but if we do hear 6, I need to recuse myself because I'm a landlord, so I'll be recusing myself if that comes
On
up
item
today.
number 6.
If it comes up today.
All right, so Madam Clerk, we've got move to continue item 6, and we've got an objection to that. So how should we proceed?
Thank you. We can take a vote on the continuance, which I understand is Councilmember Lee, seconded by Councilmember Rodriguez.
All right, so let's open the roll on continuation for 1 week. With Price recused? Yes.
For the continuance, if we could just make sure that we're not continuing it to a point when, could we just consult with the housing department for when it's being continued to?
I think we got to take a vote on this now. I don't think we can wait. I don't think we're allowed to wait, Madam Clerk.
The motion is to continue to Tuesday, March 10.
Yeah. So let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
9 ayes, 4 noes.
All right.
Thank you. This item is continued.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to name that the timeline is tight. By March 31st, if the resources are not there, the services will lapse.
Got it.
So this is the timeline that we're working on. The services will lapse starting March 31st.
Right on. Thank you so much, Councilmember Hernandez.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What would you like to speak to?
I speak the public comment on item number 6.
Okay, so item number 6 is not open for public comment, but you can speak to it during general. So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My name is Guadalupe Gonzalez. Everybody call me Lupita. I'm the senior housing organizer with Alliance of California for Community Empowerment. And then I'm one of the organizers to dealing with the tenants. And then the program, Stay House LA, is the main source for help tenants to don't be evicted and be educated about their rights. And please, I ask you, I demand you that you think about the tenants in the city. It's not only one district, it's in the whole city has this situation with eviction. And then we need this program, Stay House LA. Thank you.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Angelina Jiménez, miembro de ACE.
Morning, my name is Angelina Jimenez. I'm a member of ACE.
No les voy a quitar mucho tiempo porque yo ya sé y ustedes saben lo que tienen que hacer.
I'm not going to take up too much time because you already know, I already know what you guys need to do.
Y es solamente pensar en su comunidad y mi comunidad.
And it is to think about your community and my community.
Si los quieren ver en la calle o en su casa propia o apartamento.
Or if you want to see them on the street or in their own house or in an apartment.
No soy yo quien les tengo que decir qué hacer y perdón.
And it is not me who needs to tell you what to do, and sorry.
Solamente que quiero que piensen en toda la gente que está viviendo en la calle con sus niños.
I want you to think of all the people who are living out on the street with their kids.
Y yo creo que a nadie nos gusta ver las familias así.
I don't think any of us like to see families like this.
Entonces quiero que piensen en esa vivienda que se está viendo afectada. Quiero que toda esa gente viva donde ha vivido por años.
I think you need to think about the situation, the housing situation that is being affected of all these people who have been in their houses for so many years.
Se los ruego antes de votar que lo piensen, por favor.
I ask you, please, before voting, think about it, please.
Acabo de tener una idea y a la próxima la traigo.
I just got an idea, and next time I'll bring it here.
Soy una abuela que a la siguiente vez a lo mejor traigo una chancla y a la antigüita a educarlos. Y ya disculpen.
I'm a grandma, and next time I might bring a slipper to educate you and teach you a lesson.
Y gracias por la molestia.
And thank you for the annoyance.
Good morning. For those of you city council members listening, I didn't write a cute speech to lay out what's going on in animal welfare because every single one of you here know it, especially the ones that oversee District 14. This weekend, dogs were suffering and dying on Skid Row because they did not have adequate food, water, and shelter. The slaughtering of animals in city shelters is out of control, as is the treatment of volunteers, and you all know that too, even the ones chit-chatting and pretending to not hear. But I wanted to just ask you all this. How do you get up every single day and come to work and choose to do nothing for the animals? How do you do that? You have more power than Bass. You can make a change. You can end the suffering and killing of animals in Los Angeles, but you choose to do nothing.
Next speaker. So, speaker, your time has expired. We have to move on to the next speaker.
Thank you. Good morning, Joe Donlan, Director of the United to House LA Coalition. Voters passed funding for tenant services, eviction defense, tenant outreach and education because they know they are feeling, everyone is feeling the housing crisis, especially low-income tenants of color. We urge you to allow no further delays around the Stay Housed LA contracts so that tenant services that are essential to keeping Angelinos housed from becoming unhoused are not interrupted. The voters of Los Angeles expect this, and our communities desperately need the services provided by Stay Housed LA. By not putting this forward today, the council is putting tenants at risk. We need absolute urgency on this issue. Thank you.
Ron Johnson, para entender cómo estas armas de energía dirigida funcionan, aún son posibles, necesitas entender cómo las supercomputadoras son modernizaron todo. Cambio de autor.
Permiso.
Por favor, traducción.
We need to understand how these energy weapons are directed. We need to know how these supercomputers work.
En 2008, el ejército regaló a la Universidad de California $4,000 para estudiar telepática sintética.
The interpreter needs to clarify. Disculpe, ¿para estudiar qué? ¿Para estudiar qué?
Para estudiar telepatía sintética. Synthetic telepathy.
In 2008, the Army gave a gift to the university of $4,000 to study synthetic telepathy.
Lo que equivale a pensamiento transferidos al cerebro.
Which is equivalent to thoughts being transferred to other brains.
Gracias.
Thank you.
I want to apologize because what I'm saying isn't funny or even especially interesting, but that's what happens when officials refuse to fulfill the most basic public functions. You've heard a lot about destructive cult mentality, and that may be what's happening. Somebody has been giving you bad legal advice, and you are not even willing to consider the possibility that the district attorney isn't addressing it. Common sense says you and other officials have engaged in serial meeting violations and improper confidential communications, and these have caused massive actual harm. The only reason it's not apparent is because people are being threatened. You can solve this by issuing public statements asking the governor to do a military-level investigation of public misconduct. Private requests are meaningless. This should be a no-cost way to assure your constituents that you're not saying, let them eat cake.
Elena Pop, she, they, Executive Director of the Eviction Defense Network, who has to go back to her staff and tell them they have to live with another couple of weeks of uncertainty. We have been living with uncertainty for nearly a year. It seriously affects staff morale. Please approve the contracts and please amend them on 2 points, one of which I'll speak to now so that you can think about it. A $5 clipboard, a badge that you can print at home, and a copy of summons and complaint from an unsealed record gets a rip-off artist into a tenant's home, and they charge them $250, $500, another $250 to seek illegitimate continuances until they ruin their records, ruin their cases. The request to provide case numbers and addresses.
So, next speaker.
Mi nombre es Vilma Vázquez.
Good morning, everyone.
Estoy
My
acá
name
para
is Vilma
hacer
Vázquez.
un comentario general.
I'm here to make a public general comment.
Pertenezco a SAGE.
I belong to SAGE.
Y en nombre de SAGE, en nombre de todas las organizaciones que luchan por los derechos de la vivienda,
And on behalf of SAGE and of all the other organizations that fight for the right for housing,
que son las que sostienen, mantienen y garantizan el derecho a la vivienda.
those are the ones who maintain, support, and guarantee the right to a house.
Realmente el derecho a la vivienda es algo con que todos los seres humanos nacemos.
Honestly, the right to housing is something that we all human beings are born with.
Y que por justicia nos corresponde Sin embargo, no es así. Y es por eso que este día estamos acá pidiéndoles respeto para que garanticen los derechos conquistados por todas las organizaciones, incluidas ACCE, del derecho a la vivienda. Gracias.
It's something that is just fair, that it corresponds to us, but unfortunately it's not like that. That's why we're here to ask you to respect this, to guarantee this right on behalf of SAGE and all these organizations to have the right to housing.
My name is Diana Alvarado, and I am the Director of Operations for Basta Universal. Basta Universal is one of the legal service providers for State House LA. Everyone knows that tenants who go to court unrepresented usually either lose their case or end up with horrible settlement agreements. The system is skewed against them because there is an assumption that if the tenant is in eviction, it was due to their own fault. Tenants who are represented by State House LA have over a 90% success rate for remaining housed. This means children get to stay in their schools, seniors remain in their communities, individuals get to keep their affordable housing benefits, and tenants do not enter the homelessness system. State House LA is a needed resource because it gives tenants a lifeline in navigating the court's legal system and a real fighting chance in staying housed. Please approve the contract. Thank you.
Les pido que por favor apoyen a este Ley Housing porque él nos ha ayudado bastante a pagar deudas de nuestras rentas y si no nos siguen ayudando, ¿cómo van, a dónde vamos a ir a parar toda esa gente con niños? Hay gente...
¿Me permite? I ask you to support ACCE Housing because they have helped us pay our debts, rent debts. Because otherwise, where's all these people going to go with their kids? Adelante.
Hay gente de la tercera edad que van a ir a parar a la calle.
Their seniors are going to be out on the street.
Y también por la situación en la que estamos viviendo, ahorita no tenemos para comer, hay muchas personas que están yendo a traer comidas y por las redadas hay mucho miedo para salir.
And given all the situation that we're going through, that there's not enough food, there's people bringing food and all the rates, we're scared to go out.
Así que les pido que piensen un poco y que Dios los bendiga. Si nos ayudan, por favor, porque sí necesitamos la ayuda.
And I ask you to please think a little bit about this, and may God bless you, and I hope you can help us because we do need that help.
Y piensen un poco en los niños y también en las personas de la tercera edad.
I hope that you can think about the kids and about the seniors.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Mi nombre es Dominga Solórzano y soy miembro de ACE y soy del Distrito 9. Estoy aquí para decir que el programa Quédate en Casa es muy importante para mí.
My name is Dominga Solórzano. I'm a member of ACE. I belong to District 9. I'm here to say that the program Quédate en Casa, it's very important.
Y más familias. Yo he aprendido de mis derechos como inquilino. Veo muy seguido clínicas en persona en las comunidades.
The interpreter needs to clarify.
Veo muy seguido clínicas en las comunidades. ¿Qué quiere decir?
Sí, disculpe.
¿Si me puede repetir la última idea?
Sí. Yo he aprendido mis derechos como inquilina. Veo muy seguido clínicas en persona en las comunidades.
It's very important for me and for my families. I've learned about my right as a tenant, and I also see very often clinics like in person in the communities.
Donde llega mucha gente preocupada por su vivienda. Si no apoyan este programa, mucha gente quedará desamparados y eso es lo que más me preocupa a mí porque tengo familia yo también.
This is what worries me
Gracias.
the most because I also have a family. Lots of people get there because they're concerned about their housing. If you don't get this program approved, many will be out on the street.
Y somos personas de bajos recursos y por favor se les pide que nos sigan apoyando. Gracias, pasen buen día.
And we're very low income people, so I ask for your support and I hope you have a good day.
Sorry?
Good morning.
Sorry, you said what would you like to speak to?
Sylvia Argueta. I'm commenting on general public comment.
General, sorry, I couldn't hear you for a second. So you have 1 minute, go ahead.
Good morning. I am the Executive Director of the Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles. LAFLA is the lead agency in administering Stay Housed LA. We are one of the oldest of the legal aid programs in the state of California and the largest. LAFLA is an organization that knows how to handle grants. We manage over 50 grants that range from $15,000 to over $30 million. We have been audited by state, federal, local entities. We have clean audits. We are a law firm of excellence. We are a nonprofit law firm that for over 97 years has been providing legal services to people living in poverty in the state of in the county of Los Angeles. We know how to do grants. It's very important that with the work that we do with our CBO partners and legal services partners, we continue to provide tenants the needed services they need to stay housed, to keep the city of Los Angeles running, and to protect everyone who needs housing. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to ask you to continue investing in the Stay Housed LA program. One thing my work with ACE as a student worker has taught me is how frequent and bad eviction is a problem in LA, especially in South Central. We get around 5 to 10 new referrals from Stay Housed LA every week. People who are confused, nervous, lost, stressed out, reaching for any available help. 9 out of 10, I get a response from them to show up to our office. And you know, I think as a student with a legal minor, studies minor, I think the eviction process is very confusing. And Stay Housed LA offer essential services to support tenants through legal assistance and rental assistance. And if a tenant is evicted, we should ensure that it is lawful and not because a landlord wants to kick out the tenant due to discrimination or bias, which I've seen cases of people being evicted for their disability. I ask that you support Stay Housed LA and the work that they do to continue to support families in stable housing. And
yeah, so 17 relates to some revenue bonds to finance a mental health facility or facilities in CD 13 and CD 14. It's rare that I actually have anything good to say about you guys, but good job, Hugo and Nithya, on that. We need more of this. You know, a lot of our money in government goes to the LAPD. Most of the time they're dealing with calls for service related to like homelessness and mental health issues, people who are constantly having the police called on them. It's a waste of resources. Let's go ahead and take care of these things beforehand. Item 20 relates to funding of adult and caregiver services. I gotta tell you, good, this is what we wanna see. We wanna see programs for the elderly get funded. Problem is, over the last 3 years, under you guys and Karen Bass, we have cut programs for the older people by $6.5 million. You guys are gonna go to hell for that one. Now, the public comment. I'm here to talk about an ex-LAPD officer named Gabriel Espadas. Monica, he was in the mission division in your district. This guy put a woman on a 5150 hold. Immediately when she got out of the hospital, contacted her, had told her that I kept you out of jail. 2 days later, he was having anal sex with her. He was fisting her and trying to have her have sex with dogs. This is a police officer who abused his power, okay? He was forced to resign. He should be in jail. What he did was considered rape. You can't do that to a mental health patient. Somebody who's in mental health crisis, you wouldn't let a family member walk out of a mental health facility and sign a financial contract. Why are we allowing this officer to walk out of a mental health facility, try to have this woman have sex with dogs? and just walk away like it's nothing. Now, I got to tell you, you guys are paying for his defense. You've allocated hundreds of thousands of dollars to private attorneys to cover his defense. Stop it. The victim needs to be settled with now, and this guy needs to be prosecuted.
Next speaker.
Soy miembro de ACE.
My name is Sofia Mendoza. I am a member of ACE.
Estoy aquí porque el programa de State House LA es esencial para nosotros los inquilinos.
I am here because the Stay House LA program is essential for us, the renters, the tenants.
Ya que nos promueve mucha orientación.
That's because it promotes a lot of orientation.
Las clínicas son muy importantes para nosotros. Como inquilinos nos orientan cuáles son nuestros derechos.
And the clinics or the workshops are very important for us, the tenants, because it informs us of our rights.
Porque hay muchos dueños que se aprovechan de nosotros que somos vulnerables.
Because many landlords take advantage of us due to the fact that we are vulnerable.
A mí como inquilino me ha ayudado a mantenerme en mi casa. He tenido 2 demandas y si no hubiera este programa, yo estuviera en la calle.
Me as a tenant, it allowed me to stay in my house because I had 2 lawsuits to deal with, and if it wasn't for that, then I would have been out on the street.
Por eso ustedes como concejales deben de apoyar este programa y decirle al Departamento de Vivienda que ya lo traiga, porque el Departamento de Vivienda siempre pone la excusa de que todavía no está listo.
And you as council members should support this, and you need to push the housing department to move this forward, because the housing department always comes up with the excuse that, oh, it's not ready yet, it's not ready yet.
Porque este programa se va a acabar y después que se termine no vamos a tener más programa. Entonces es importante que les digan eso al Departamento de Vivienda. Gracias.
So this program is going to end, and when it does, and we're not going to have this program anymore, so it's important that you mention this to the Department of Housing.
Good morning on this Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. My name is Frederick Sillick. I am addressing the topic of a local and national economic revolutionary advance. There is a social and economic psychological phenomenon we must respond to. Dialectical materialism, where languages emerge cluttered as typical conveyances are characterized. Release from the dialectical requires you to be employed at a max wage. A max wage of $4.25 was established by me on a request in 1995, and you foolishly tried to bypass me. But the wage remained max because I count. I am somebody, according to the late Mr. Jesse Jackson. You must reduce the minimum wage down to $4.25, and all of you must put this financial feature of $4.25 for as little as 1 hour on your computerized historical pay records. This will release you from the dialectical and...
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Cynthia Gonzalez. I'm a program manager at State House LA. And this morning, I'm really tired. I'm really tired of being here. I'm really tired of having to come up here every single week to talk to you all about why this program of State House LA works and why we need to ensure that we're moving this process forward. It's been months now, months of constituents worrying whether they're going to get services or not, whether attorneys are going to be working for a little bit longer and help support constituents from your districts from being evicted. CBOs, organizers that are having to explain the multiple process of what's happening for both the city contract. So I am tired, and I'm tired of having to continue to wait. I would really recommend that you all take a look at all the amazing people here today that are talking about this program, why it works, and why it needs to move forward.
Hi, my name is Daniel Sosa. I operate 4 licensed dispensaries here in the city. DCR presented a report today at the Government Affairs Committee that says there are 48 cannabis taxpayers accounting for $124 million in taxes that are open and licensed today as we speak. That's an average of $2.5 million in back taxes per business. These are businesses with an open licensing record that the city is allowing to stay open and keep ringing up tax debt. Right now, as we speak, let's be real, these businesses are not paying back $2.5 million in taxes. They are not paying tax as a business model, and you are allowing them to stay open. So not only are we competing against the illicit market, we're competing against licensed dispensaries that the city is allowing to stay open who have made it their business model to not pay tax. So if you move forward with the tax amnesty program, you have to have a clear pathway to shutting down delinquent dispensaries that do not enter the program, and you have to have a clear pathway to shutting down dispensaries that enter the program and default on their payments. But again, this program is just a small Band-Aid to a gaping wound. We need systemic change for our industry. We need lower taxes. Please, lower our taxes to 0.1%, just like every other business pays in the city. Guns, tobacco, alcohol, major billion-dollar corporations pay 0.1%. We pay 100 times that rate. Bring us back to 0.1% so that we have an even playing field. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maria Briones. I'm a member of ACE, and I'm here just to remind you that Keep LA House is one of the essential programs for our communities. If it wasn't for this program, a lot of people would have been on the street, and I don't think any one of you enjoy the view of a lot of people on the street. With these fund cuts that we're going to have on housing, we're going to have a lot more people on the street, and I don't think that's fair and it's unjust. So please do not take this program away from us unless you already have another program that is going to benefit the tenants. If you do, well, I thank you for that. But for us, it's essential. It's our livelihood, and it's very important. If it is not for you, it is for us. So please keep that in mind. You do not want any more people on the street. We already have enough. And if you enjoy the view, well, just sorry for that, but we don't. We don't want to be on the street. We want to stay house. Thank you.
Would you like to speak to?
How you doing today, ladies and gentlemen? You already know I'm Miss Loretta Lorraine. The angel has changed. Okay, Monty, I would love you. On Friday, the children are coming. They're from 9 to 3:45. They're here to get support. The Angels of Change want to make changes. They're young kids to make hope to come trues and dreams. I already know Hernandez supported Miss Heather Hunt and Hugo Martinez. I need the rest of y'all to get aboard and give those children a chance and to be there and to support them. Y'all, as council office people, y'all here for the people and to make humanity safe for children of color and also Hispanics and transgender or whatever they are. They're children of God. For you to be there and make the support, especially Mr. Marti, I will appreciate you to be there because I support all of y'all. And I know you'll have seen me in everything, in all your events. And I will be there to support you. You support me, I support you. And I respect that. And I like to see you at the WOW.
I'm here to ask the City of Los Angeles and the City Attorney to protect the citizens of Los Angeles from County of LA illegal evictions. I have a woman who is claiming to own a house that has been in my family for over 115 years, Irene Vasquez, aka Irene Elizabeth Morris, and her daughter Yvonne, who have committed postal fraud and filed eviction papers without ownership. LA County, the clerks there, actually not the clerks, they're allowing legal assistants to stamp evictions without proof of title or deed. I'm asking the city attorney and the City of Los Angeles to put a stay on evictions in the city of LA until we can get a hold on the criminality. Judge Mike in Department 61 doesn't care that it's an illegal act. It doesn't care that it's an illegal proof of service. I own that house and I've owned it since 2017, and now I'm being deprived of my lawful property.
Thank you. Good morning, all. My name is Lena Sullivan. I'm here today with the Right to Counsel Coalition. You've heard from many people, not just today, but also the many other times that we've been here to talk about this contract, about the importance of Stay Housed LA. I just want to take the opportunity to share a little bit about the support that community-based organizations provide through Stay Housed LA. First, community-based organizations provide workshops for residents across the city, virtually and in person, teaching tenants about their rights and helping connect them with resources when they would otherwise be alone in this process. Community-based organizations through Stay Housed LA also provide tenant navigation, giving tenants in any zip code one-on-one referrals to resources, personalized education on their rights, and support through their eviction case. And finally, community-based organizations conduct outreach, ensuring that tenants across the city who would otherwise be alone and confused in their eviction know about their rights and have support. Stay Housed LA, as you've heard, is an essential program providing a wide variety of services across the city. Please prioritize passing this contract without a gap in services. Thank you.
Sí.
Un minuto adelante.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Delvin Enríquez.
Good morning, my name is Delvian Enriquez,
Soy miembro de SAGE
member of SAGE.
y estoy aquí pidiéndoles a ustedes y al fiscal municipal que por favor
Here asking you guys and to the city attorney to please
voten por la medida ULA y Stay Housed LA.
to vote for the ULA measure and Stay Housed LA.
Stay Housed me ayudó a pagar 7,725.28 centavos mi deuda
It helped me pay $7,725 with 28 cents, my debt,
y me dieron un abogado gratis,
and provided me with free legal representation,
ya que el juez me pidió un abogado para representarme en la corte.
because the judge obliged me to have a lawyer in the court.
Gracias a ULA, Stay Housed, abogado gratis y SAGE,
Thank you to ULA, Stay Housed LA, the free lawyer, and SAGE.
me quedé más tiempo en mi apartamento.
I was able to stay in my apartment for a longer time.
Por favor, ustedes no cierren las puertas de ayudas.
Please do not close the doors of assistance.
Necesitamos con urgencia, si no más personas van a ir a vivir en las calles.
We need this with urgency. If not, more people will end up living on the street.
¿Qué les estamos enseñando a nuestros nietos?
What are we teaching our grandkids?
¿A vivir en la calle?
To live on the street?
Thank you. Next speaker.
Yo soy del programa ACE y vivo en el Distrito 9. Y gracias a la ayuda de Stay Housed LA, no estoy en la calle ahorita.
I am from ACE. I live in District 9, and thank you to Stay Housed LA. Thanks to Stay Housed LA, I'm not on the street.
Gracias a todas esas ayudas, todas esas clínicas de ayuda, mucha gente como yo están siendo apoyadas en la corte.
Thank you to all those workshops. Many people, such as myself, are being supported in the courtrooms.
Y hoy vengo a pedirles que se pongan la mano en el corazón y piensen en tantas personas que estamos pasando por esa situación.
I am asking you today to put your hands over your heart and think about all these people who are living through this situation.
Yo tengo un hijo con necesidades especiales y él me pregunta con lágrimas en sus ojos que si nosotros vamos a ser homeless.
I have a son with special needs, and he asked me with tears in my eyes if we are going to end up homeless.
Y así como nosotros pasamos por esto, hay muchísimas más personas. Pónganse la mano en el corazón, por favor.
And just like this is happening to all of us, there are so many more other people in this situation. So please put your hands over your heart, please.
Y pónganse en el lugar de nosotros un instante nada más.
And put yourselves in our shoes, if only for an instant.
Por eso les pido de favor que sigan apoyando.
That is why I ask you as a favor to please keep supporting us.
Muchas gracias y bendiciones.
Thank you. Blessings.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Hi, my name is Amy Nevares. I'm the director of the Right to Counsel Coalition, and I'm here to share some stats and information to give you guys a little bit more context about the Stay Housed LA program. Stay Housed LA has represented over 6,000 tenants in the city of Los Angeles and provided nearly 20,000 with limited legal services. Tenants who are represented by Stay Housed LA have over a 90% success rate for remaining housed. 55% of tenants remain in their home, and 39 received a favorable settlement, including waived back rent, relocation assistance, and more time to move. I want to also talk about the priority zip codes. They are a guide, not a limitation. And our program serves all tenants in the council districts who meet the ULA eligibility requirements. Since the start of 2020, in the city of LA alone, Stay Housed LA has conducted outreach to over 870,000 tenants, hosted 1,000 workshops, over 1,000, and provided tenant navigation support to over 62,000 tenants. Thank you.
As the United States empire prepares to slaughter hundreds of thousands, probably by war's end over 1 million Iranians, partly for oil and resources, but overwhelmingly because it is the wish of the insane Jewish supremacist exterminationist state of Israel, let's remember that 2.5 years into Israel's genocide in Gaza, no one on this city council, including Rahman, Soto Martinez, or Hernandez, has called this event a genocide. This Vietnam-Iraq Redux War is an act of imperialist mass murder dictated by the billionaire class, the multinational corporations, and the state of Israel, and executed enthusiastically by Democrats and Republicans who represent two barely distinguishable halves of the war party. If you, the people of Los Angeles, want this apocalyptic madness to end, then you need to quit watching MSNBC, CNN, and Fox, quit believing the garbage printed in the New York Times and Wall Street Journal, and destroy the Democratic and Republican parties by voting for just about anyone else and nonviolently shutting shit down. To all 15 of you sitting around this horseshoe, you murderers can fuck off and die.
Next speaker.
Hi, thank you. My name is Brandon Atilano. I'm here just to say thank you guys. I understand there's a lot of issues going on in the city of Los Angeles. There's a lot of issues going on everywhere, even in our pockets. But I just want to use these last 40 seconds to say thank you. And the Olympics are going to be fun, so let's focus on the Olympics. Let's focus on the cleanliness of these roads, because we are going to have a lot of VIPs coming to buy real estate from around the world. So let's be ready, guys. And if you guys need help, just send the emails. Let's forget about the hate, the stress, the bills for a little bit. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, guys. Just take care of the, what do they call it? Snowball effect. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
My name is Shane Henson. I'm a legal aid attorney and public policy advocate with Inner City Law Center. Our office provides eviction defense services to low-income Angelenos free of charge as a subcontractor through the Stay Housed LA program. In 2025 alone, the Stay Housed LA program defended more than 2,000 low-income Angelenos in eviction court and assisted thousands more. Our program boasts over a 90% success rate in Los Angeles. What does that mean? Well, roughly 55% of tenants represented stayed safely in their homes, while another 40% secured what is called a soft landing, which includes extra time to move out, rent waivers, and relocation assistance to help them safely transition to new housing without falling into homelessness. We want to thank LAHD for recommending Stay Housed LA continue to provide eviction defense and prevention services. This step is very encouraging in the broader mission to implement the Right to Counsel ordinance. We look forward to providing eviction defense services to the Stay Housed LA program for years to come. Thank you.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
My name is Lauren Harper, and I work at the Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles as data manager for Stay Housed LA. I want to speak today about Stay Housed LA's extensive data collection and reporting practices. Every month, we submit to LAHD anonymized case-level data for every legal case, including client demographics, geography, and case outcomes. This data is displayed in an internal dashboard for LAHD. All ULA-funded cases are also displayed in a public-facing dashboard on LAHD's website. We also submit monthly narrative summaries detailing outreach, education, and tenant navigation activities, including information on where those services were performed. Stay Housed LA values reporting accurate, detailed, and timely data about our legal services, while also protecting our clients' privacy under attorney-client privilege. We work closely with LAHD to provide all information required to ensure transparent and efficient use of city resources. Thank you.
Regarding 25-1199 and CD3, Bloomin' Dingo and Fat Burger with cheese in your mouth. Affordable housing, as we know as criminal corruption housing, is not about the aging. It's about Armando Herman. So, in order to fill this Department of Aging Title 3, dickhead attorney, you have to attach my public record in my hand right here on that item 20, dickhead. Thank you, Smoke and Scan. Blom and Dingo doesn't want to listen to the Department of Aging anymore because of all my corrections. Thank you to David O'Carter. Thank you to Allied and all the other attorneys who represent aging and homelessness and
You've
so
exhausted
forth.
your 1 minute on item 20. Please move on to another item.
21, Bloomin' Dingo and the Wet from CD 14. I, the first American citizens of the United States of America, ustedes, cabrones, putos, de casas de todos, rental housing. Si no gusta a vivir en la casa de rentar, pues paga más porque esos pinches sagrones no escuchan ustedes. Son puto madres, hijos de pinche madres aquí. Gracias. Repeat, please. Excuse me, I asked for translation.
Hold on. They can't translate if you disrupt them.
You son of bitches, we cannot get a house to rent if you don't listen to us. Damn you.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, on item 22, the two Jujus, as brought out about street lightings, well, it's going to cost money, Bob and Juju Katie, Juju. And you have to understand that the Gerah, G-E-R-A-H, was the smallest weight known to the Hebrews. And there's no possible way that this street lighting finance budget will fill this issue of street lighting, Bob. Where did the Jew go? All right, fuck that item. Let's go to another item. That was 22. Fuck you, Bob Bloomfield. Item 24, regarding Smoke and Scan at 17820 West Smoke and Scan, Irwin Street, easterly of Zayla. That must be Jewish Smoke and Scan. I don't know, but hey, I keep saying Smoke and Scan, but those are my promoters.
All right, stick to the agenda item or move you to general.
Motherfucker, now into my non-agenda.
You have 1 minute.
To the fucking Jews, the haters of Sinai, those of war, the Jews. What is a shekel? A G-E-R-A-H?
This is not in the
This is
jurisdiction of the
non-public
Los
I'm talking
Angeles
about
City
money,
Council.
dude. I'm talking about money,
Mr.
weights
Herman,
and scales, the
connect
budget.
it to something that's within the jurisdiction of
why
this
is it that we always have
city,
this
or
conflict?
you're going to forfeit your speaking time.
Why do we always have this conflict of non-agenda public comment? Okay, let me go into Brandenburg versus the United States. Hey, I'm the only black motherfucker here who understands you, the public. And you're the only black motherfuckers that they're not allowing to be heard about rental budgets, money for black people, white people, Asian people, and all other motherfucking people. So the bottom line is, for the record in my hand, 42 USC 1983, fuck you, Grote. You're a stupid, fat, fucking dog-eating, smoke.
And your time has expired.